This is definitely not PG. Liv Morgan tops Dom. Then they're about to make out in the ring only for Rhea Ripley to return. And the two championship matches on NXT Heatwave, the wild athleticism that blew everyone away. And how many finishers Roxanne hit? Plus, Pride Month is really over. Raw reaction to the shocking Mariah Toni ending. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and this is the Women's Wrestling Weekly, a catch-up edition. I just got back from Toronto and it is my birthday week, so I was just gonna chill and have a good time, but WWE seriously has no chills. We just got out of that crazy Money in the Bank PLE and they followed it up with two back-to-back crazy events that I really couldn't skip it. And on top of that, I'm gonna talk about some major AEW stuff that I missed too, so let's dive right into NXT Heatwave. So NXT Heatwave is why I think WWE felt comfortable booking only one women's match at Money in the Bank, because there were three matches, starting from one on the kickoff show, Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovich versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. So this team of Ariana and Carmen literally thrown together on the last episode of NXT, but that's kind of the point, that's the joke. Carmen was looking for her friend Natalia, who's also Canadian, to be in this match with, but she got this other random Canadian, Ariana, instead. But Ariana was super over here in Toronto. They loved the hometown girl. Pretty standard tag match though. I did pop for the kick version of the heart attack from Ariana and Carmen, but I'll say no big moments, not even the Pele kick from Nix. And at the end, Jasmine Nix rolls up Carmen, but Grace turns them around by pulling Jasmine's hair, helping Carmen pick up the win for the team. I thought the match was fine.
Good, not bad.
And after this match was done, we see Ariana break up with Carmen, saying she can't have Carmen pull her down, setting up for their NXT match. It was good seeing Ariana and Carmen, especially Ariana though. She had that Canadian red gear. She was so loved. So it's good to see them come home, get to perform in a PLE in front of their hometown crowd, and get that love. I did appreciate that. Now, the NXT Women's North American Championship, Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruca. This match, I gotta say, I knew this will be a very acrobatic heavy match, but I did not understand the height they would take this to. And to be quite honest, I didn't have the biggest hype for this match going in. This babyface versus babyface, we respect each other so much, and outside of that, there was no real build. But no, these girlies really blew my mind right off the start. The acrobatic back and forth of the two athletes just showing off what they can do was just so freaking cool. And all the moves and the reversals they pulled in this match was just outstanding. That 450 lariat, by the way, from Sol was just mind freaking blowing. And Kalani had this really cool jumping DDT, and she also had this really cool counter for Soul Snatcher. And at the end, they did this elevated Poison Rana, which was so cool, but it was almost paying homage to Bayley Sasha takeover match, and Kalani picks up a win with split-legged moonsault. Yeah, that match was spectacular. I think that might be one of the most athletic match I've ever seen. The sheer athleticism was out of this world. Yes, some parts did look very rehearsed, but I was so impressed with both of them. I honestly can't wait for a good storyline writer to just sit down with Kalani and Sol to really just nail down their character work, because their athletic ability is already just off the chart. The level of wrestling coming out of Performance Center is insane. And you guys already know by now that I enjoy character work and storyline most from wrestling. This match didn't necessarily have that, but I have no complaints. I thoroughly enjoyed this for what it was. I just can't even fathom what it will be like for these two just a year or two later with the right storyline, right character, right angle. It's gonna be earth-shattering. I'm so satisfied. Really exciting stuff here. Then we got the NXT Women's Championship, Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. I loved so much Roxanne's gear here. She looked so cute with that white gear. A little bit of a slight skirt moment with the fabric hanging on the side. It was so cute. Also, I loved how the crowd was so divided. There were dueling "Let's go Roxy, let's go Lola" chants throughout this entire match. I did think it was an interesting choice to turn Lola babyface for this match. That mother's sacrifice promo and Lola shaking her ass while crying on NXT was I don't even know. It was too campy for me, but I kind of liked it. I don't even know at this point. I kind of just like Lola for how campy she is. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But also, you gotta remember that she literally defeated both Natalia and Shayna Baszler in the underground matches. I expected her to be a bit more menacing in this match and just corner Roxanne with her MMA style moves, but that wasn't exactly the case. She was more of a babyface underdog here. And then Roxanne completely gains control over the match when Lola missed a back fist outside and injures her fist hitting the post, and then this match took a turn to my favorite false finishers. Yes, there were so many freaking false finishes here. So Lola kicks out of the first pop rocks inside the ring, then like enraged Roxanne cleans the announcer table and hits pop rocks on the table, but Lola kicks out yet again. Then Roxanne just goes crazy and hits three pop rocks in a row. Well, the second one was botched, so she probably did it again, but yeah, 3 pop rocks. She said no to like the 2K finish meter. She hits 3 pop rocks for the win, defeating Lola. That whole ending sequence was wild. I cannot believe it. I honestly think Lola should have posed a lot bigger threat to Roxanne, especially given that, again, she defeated both Natty and Shayna. Like, she should have pushed Roxanne to the limit, but ultimately, Roxanne is just like so good. The way she runs a match is just it's just another level. She really made that finish look special. That will be so memorable. I'm satisfied. Honestly, Money in the Bank is one of my favorite PLEs of the year. I think it should be in the big 4. Sorry, Survivor Series. And that's because you never know what's gonna happen. We've got some surprise wins like Nikki Cross and same-day cash-ins like Alexa and Bailey, which I don't love. But I gotta admit that unpredictability can be so thrilling. But sometimes unpredictable things can hit your life really hard. And that's why I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, the 21st century law firm that's changing the game when it comes to injury claims. Because injuries are so unpredictable, it can happen anytime, anywhere. Look at Mami. And when an injury happens, a million things might go through your head, and contacting a lawyer might sound scary, complicated, and even unnecessary. But let me tell you, it is a must. In the unfortunate event of, say, a car accident, your first move should be calling a personal injury attorney, and no need to worry about chingle money. With Morgan & Morgan, it won't cost you a dime unless they win you a case. Also, it's super easy. With Morgan & Morgan, you can submit a claim in just 8 clicks or less. Just you and your phone and 8 simple clicks. Morgan & Morgan modernized the injury law process. You can submit all the case details, sign contracts, upload documents, and even share your medical records with just a few swipes. And you can text your attorney and legal team throughout your case. So remember, for unexpected, unpredictable events, Morgan & Morgan, with lawyers in all 50 states and over 900 lawyers, will be there for you to fight tooth and nail to get you the compensation you rightly deserve with 8 clicks or less to submit a claim. You can submit a claim at www.forthepeople.com/ringthebell or by dialing pound law. That's pound 529 on your phone. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan. So moving to Raw, there were a couple of gag-worthy situations. So let's talk about Liv Morgan's extravaganzas. First, she requested Adam Pearce, the general manager, a tag match to make up for costing Dom his match last week. So it's Liv and Dom versus Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. And backstage, we see Dom complaining to Adam, saying like, I don't want to do that. But Adam's like, oh, don't care. So we later see in the Judgment Day room, Liv helped Dom loosen up by pushing him on the couch and top him. She was stretching Dom, but really she was just topping the shit out of Dom. Dom was dominated. And he's so funny. He's like, no, wait. Oh, actually, that's not bad. That feels good. Like, his acting is so bad. Sadly, he has acting ability of a star, so he's like, no, actually, like, the whole emotional transition was so bad that is kind of good. And of course, the whole Judgment Day sees this, and Carlito pointing out at his little dom-dom, saying it looks pretty hard to him. It was a whole mess. And this tag match was a total mess too, of course. We see Rey Mysterio trip Dom right into Liv's cookie, and I'm like, okay, Dad Mysterio. At the end, Liv shoves Zelina into the ring post and pushes Rey off the top rope, letting Dom pick up a win with a frog splash. And post-match, all excited Dom celebrates with Liv jumping on Dom all AJ Lee style, and they just lay down in the ring about to just passionately make out. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, finally Dom is all into Liv. This love story is finally gonna happen, only for this is my brutality. Mami Rhea Ripley returns, the biggest blocker of all. Ooh, wet blanket. And Liv just runs away. And with very angry and disappointed Rhea yelling at Dom, Raw ends. Is it bad that I'm kind of mad that Mami returned already? Like, Dom finally opened his heart and his legs. We're just getting to the good part and Mami's already here. I mean, I'm still fully invested in the storyline. Like, what is Dom gonna do now? Is he gonna run back to being a total sub to Mami? Or did he get the taste of a nice girl who cares about his needs and buys him chicken nuggets? hits and tops him. Sorry, I mean stretches him out and can't go back to where he used to be. I'm so excited to see how it all pans out. Liv versus Rhea, special guest referee Dom, or Dom in a pole match. The opportunities are endless. I'm so satisfied. And we got the 6-woman tag match, Damage Control versus Katana, Kayden, and Lyra. And we got this promo package before the match. EO talked about how Damage Control lost control and they're gonna take it back. No I actually kind of like Lyra, Kayden, Katana's entrance here, by the way. It was cute seeing Lyra dancing with the party girls, some hint of personality here. The match was really good tag match, a lot of exciting spots, and I love the chemistry between EO and Lyra. The triple suplex was cool, although I don't believe that Katana and Kayden can throw Damage Control. And at the end, Damage Control takes out everyone. I love how EO just like threw Kairi outside to the ring, taking out both Lyra and Katana, and EO finishes Kayden with over the moonsault, but literally right after they got the win and celebrating, finally getting the control back, the angry lesbians attack. Just kidding. Let's just first fully reveal that Zoe is married to a man. She's happily married, but they are butchy as hell together. I love it. And even Sonya's little slogan is like, we're here, we're queer, and there is not a damn thing you can do about it. Well, they don't really say the queer part, but whenever I hear we're here, it's like we're here, we're queer. It just goes together. But seriously, I love these three together. Like visually, they definitely go together so well. Someone said on Twitter that they're not Vince's devils, they're Hunter's devils, and I'm like, that is very accurate. I love them together because Sonya is so strong on the mic. Even the interview they did backstage after this attack, Sonya is just so charismatic. She'll compliment Shayna and Zoe so well. And then the champions Alba and Isla show up and they say as long as they have the title, the division is still theirs. I don't know. The tag team division right now is looking so packed, with Bianca and Jade supposedly still coming for the title, and now the lesbians and Damage Control who had the control back for like 2 seconds. I am worried for Alba and Isla, but yeah, I'm very excited about this new development. I'll stay satisfied. And just to quickly go through the major stuff that happened in AEW, please watch the Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker promo. Britt Baker promo is of course so freaking good because we know that she's one of the best promos in the industry. But here she revealed the reason for her big hiatus, because she was having mini strokes, which was a huge revelation. Then her interaction with Mercedes Moné was just so good, with Mercedes telling her to go to the back of the line, Britt hitting her with Sasha Banks' line. What line?
What line? What line?
So good. I love it. So yeah, we're getting Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné at All In. I'm so pumped for that match. Then Willow Nightingale defeated her ex-best friend, now arch nemesis, Chris Statlander in Owen Hart Tournament after Statlander distracted herself, almost attacking Stokely with the steel chain. I thought it was a shocking result. I thought Chris, after her heel turn, will be kind of tearing shit up, but I guess it's still Willow's time, which who can hate that? Like, Willow is the best. I also love, by the way, that huge pounce on the ramp and just Chris Statlander just flying. That was such a great moment. On Rampage, Mariah May defeats Hikaru Shida to advance to the Owen Hart Tournament with another Eve Torres roll-up moment. And on Collision, we had Riho return. That's like her whole gimmick now, return queen, for a match against Lady Frost. And unfortunately, during this match, Riho broke her arm from this missed top rope dive spot, hoping for a speedy recovery, but Riho still won this match because she's a freaking trooper, and she continued the match and she defeated Lady Frost. Lady Frost, by the way, always looking great. Her spots, all her stuff she does looks so freaking clean, so chill. Okay, I had to turn on the camera and film this because I am shook. I'm so freaking shook. I honestly was just gonna include this in next week's weekly review, but I'm like too shook right now. That might be one of the most chilling, one of the most harrowing thing I've ever seen in pro wrestling. That was really powerful stuff. I still get chills thinking about just Toni's like heartbroken noise that she's making. It was just, oh my god, that's gonna haunt me tonight. So what happened was Mariah May did indeed win the Owen Hart Tournament. She defeated Willow Nightingale. I'll get into the details of that match next week in a weekly review, but great main event match. And right after winning the tournament, she attacked both Toni and what's his name? Gunther? I forgot. What was his name? Luther. Sorry, I'm still shook about this whole thing. And she just like mangled Toni Storm, and Toni was just like crying. Oh my god, it was so chilling. And Mariah May, the sweet Mariah May, who was in pink in between her and Mina Shirakawa, has completely turned and became this freaking monster. It is insane to me. Yeah, that was really, really well done. That's a way to make a star. I think it was like especially well done given that like everyone knew that the turn was eventually happening, but I don't think anyone expected this to happen like so soon. And Toni and Mariah's relationship has always been kind of like comedy. It was like always feel good. So for this to end in this violent, brutal way, I think it was just a huge shocker. Honestly, I don't like really brutal like violent stuff, but hey, I enjoy Game of Thrones. I like The Boys, so this was like needed, and I think it really served a purpose. Mariah did such a good job. Oh my god, I'm so proud of her. Just a breakout moment. I don't even know what I'm saying. Like I'll obviously have a more organized thought next week. Yeah, they are not going to be overshined by Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker. Like, that was awesome. I also wanted to quickly mention breaking news today was Stephanie Vaquer, who recently had a title versus title match with Mercedes Moné at Forbidden Door. She abruptly kind of walked away from her contract from CMLL, and right as the speculations and rumors were bubbling, Shawn Michaels confirmed that she will be joining NXT real soon. Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer joining WWE. First of all, she was so talented. That match against Mercedes Moné, she like showed who she is. She's got good charisma, she's got wrestling down. But also, I want to shout out to Mercedes Moné. She is a bona fide star maker, and you know, the fact that since that match with Mercedes, the signing happened so quickly, I think it definitely tells something. So, and of course, we're expecting, you know, Julia from Stardom or Marigold to join too. So NXT is going to be so packed. Oh, women's wrestling scene is so good right now. It's really overwhelming. So yeah, that was all the stuff that I wanted to catch up today. We've got some interviews coming. We've got one with Chelsea, then Tiffany, as well as the interviews I've teased before. So they're all coming. It's going to be an exciting July. And if you want to tell me happy birthday this weekend, feel free to follow me on Instagram at DSShin and ring the bell DS on Twitter. And I'll see you next time. Bye.